Hi everyone, hope you're doing good, and today I'm going to be doing my 13th CD update, and this is going to include stuff that I got for my birthday back in April and a couple of VCLT first impressions that I got from Simon back in May. Now, yeah, it has taken me a long time to get through all this stuff, and that's because of time. I've just not had the time to sit down and get to know the album, so I wanted to take my time with that, and with a lot of stuff going on, it's just taken a bit longer than I would have liked, but I'm finally ready to do this video now and get it out. So yeah, there's going to be a bits of thrash metal, bits of death metal, a little bit of black metal, and some deathcore as well in here. So the 8 CDs that I got for my birthday, and there's 4 CDs that I got from Simon, and also I wanted to show some t-shirts that I also got for my birthday that I have worn in videos, but I wanted to show off here. So that is the first one, pretty cool, rock and roll with the Fist of Rock. I haven't got many grey t-shirts, so I thought that would be cool. And also got this green bass guitar t-shirt as well. And yeah, as I said, I've worn them in videos and stuff, but I just thought I'd show them. And now let's just get straight into the video. Hope you enjoy it. So I'm going to start off really quickly with the stuff that Simon sent me, and these are going to be more first impressions because I just haven't spent as much time with them as I would have liked so far. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So the first one he sent me is this one, American Head Charge, The War of Art, and this is their debut album from 2001. And to be honest, I knew I might not have liked this because when he sent me it, he said it might be new metal, so you might not like it, and it is like it's got that new metal kind of sound to it, and yeah, I didn't really enjoy it much. I thought the vocals were actually pretty cool. They kind of sounded a little on the metalcore side vocally, which I quite liked, but musically I didn't enjoy it, and couldn't get through to the end. So I'll be definitely looking to pass this on if anyone's interested. Probably not, because it's new metal and nobody likes it. So that's the first one. The next 3 though were much more up my street and I very much enjoyed. So the first one he sent me, which I knew was coming, Cancer the Gory End from 1990. This is a 2014 reissue from Cyclone, and it features a couple of extra demo bonus tracks, which is really cool. And yeah, this is some really cool, like, death thrash. Kind of reminded me a lot of Massacre, but it didn't have that Massacre guitar tone. Musically it sounded like Massacre and that early kind of death sound, but yeah, I really like the guitar tone actually. A really great sound, good production on it for the most part. Yeah, that's really awesome. And if you've seen my previous video, you'll see that Simon's just sent me the second album, which I cannot wait to check out. Next one he sent me was this, Dark Funeral, Angelus Exo Pro Eternus. Probably not said that right. But yeah, this is their 5th album, come out in 2009. But this is a 2013 reissue that's got a couple of extra bonus live tracks at the end, which is not going to focus. Oh well. This is some really awesome, aggressive black metal. I haven't listened to everything by Dark Funeral, but what I have listened to, this might be my favourite. I just really enjoyed this one from start to finish, Some really great tracks, like the the opening track, End of the Human Race. Stigmata was pretty cool. Demons of what's that? Demons of 5. That was really good. Declaration of Hate as well, really good. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. That aggressive, fast sounding black metal, which I really enjoy. And the last one that Simon sent me was this, the debut by Decapitated, Winds of Creation. And yeah, this is just, you know, I hadn't actually listened to that much Decapitated before this, and this album actually absolutely blew me away. It reminded me of like that 90s sounding death metal, but felt like it was on steroids. You know, it was just absolutely brutal, technical. The musicianship was just absolutely top quality. You know, brilliant guitar playing, excellent drumming, and the bass player as well. Just all absolutely awesome stuff. And yeah, and now Simon sent me another one by Decapitated. I can't wait to check that one out. So yeah, cheers Simon for those. I really appreciate it. Now we're going to move on to the stuff that I got, and I'll say that not all of this actually arrived for my birthday. Some of it arrived afterwards, but you know, the first two that I got, I saw them at ridiculous price. Basically, they were pretty much like £5 each, and I thought I've got to pick them up for that. And I got some Carnifex, and this is Slow Death from 2016. This is their 6th album, and this might be my favourite album potentially by Carnifex. I've not actually listened to everything they've done, but you know, I really enjoyed this one. You know, started to have that black metal kind of influence in the music. Some really great guitar solos actually throughout. I love the first song, Dark Heart Ceremony. Drown Me in Blood is really good. Pale Ghost. 6 Feet Closer to Hell. Yeah, just an awesome album. I think I've played this album the most out of everything that I brought, because I've just enjoyed it that much. And I also got the follow-up World War X from 2019, and this is another really good one. This one kind of sounds a little bit more closer towards that Graveside Confessions sound, which is the first album that I actually heard by this band, and that's really what got me into them. And yeah, I just thought from there I wanted to just go back and see what they were like before, and I thought I'd pick these two up. This has got some really good stuff on it. This Infernal Darkness, really good. No Light Shall Save Us, that features Alyssa White-Gluss from Arch Enemy. That's a really good song. Hail Fire is pretty good. Brushed by the Wings of Demons, yeah, really good. Not as good as Slow Death, but another really solid Carnifex album there. And I picked up one more Deathcore album because it was pretty cheap, and that is the latest Suicide Silence, Remember You Must Die, from 2023, and this is their 7th album. And to me, I think this is their best album with Eddie on the vocals. It reminds me a lot more of the early Suicide Silence, not really the stuff they've been doing recently. It reminds me of the Cleansing and No Time to Bleed, which is my favourite period of theirs. You know, I really dig how dark and heavy this album is. You know, some absolutely brutal songs like You Must Die, Kill Forever, God Be Damned, Altar of Self, Dying Life. You know, some absolutely brutal stuff. And yeah, really enjoyed that one. Next up, somewhat completely different to Deathcore. Bit of instrumental rock, Joe Satriani, and this is Unstoppable Momentum from 2013. Come out on Sony Epic, and this is his 14th album. And this is one that I actually hadn't listened to before. I just picked it up on a whim because, again, I saw it on Amazon and it was relatively cheap, and I thought I'm just going to get it and see what it's like. And I thought there was some really good stuff on it. I liked Unstoppable Momentum, Can't Go Back, Lies and Truths, A Door into Summer, Jumping In, Jumping Out, pretty cool. There's a couple of other tracks on it, like 3 Sheets to the Wind and The Weight of the World and The Celebration. I didn't think they were that great, them songs. But yeah, I wanted to pick this up because I'd never listened to it before, and it was alright. There's some decent stuff on it. And now I've only got 2 Satriani albums left that I'm yet to get. The next 2 are some good old thrash metal, starting with Onslaught, and this is The Sounds of Violence from 2011, their 5th album. This is some really good solid thrash metal, just another one in the line of the modern Onslaught albums that are just, you know, they are just perfect for me. I just love this era where it, you know, it's more darker, more heavier, more aggressive, and yeah, I really enjoyed this album. It's another really solid one from them. I wouldn't say it's my favourite. I'd still say my favourite is Generation Antichrist, and I've just picked that one up actually, which I'm really happy about. But yeah, this has got some really awesome grooves, some Slayer-esque moments. Really love The Sound of Violence title track, Code Black, Hate Box and Antitheist. Really awesome songs. And then they do a really cool cover of Bomber by Motorhead, and they actually get Phil Campbell and Tom Angel Ripper to feature on that song. So yeah, a really solid album by Onslaught here. Really enjoyed it. Next up, it's a double album, and I saw it pretty cheap and I thought I'm gonna get it. It's the first Overkill album, Feel the Fire, and the Fuck You and Then Some compilation thing. Firstly, Feel the Fire, I really loved that album. I didn't actually realise how like old school metal and how punky it was. Yeah, I really liked it. Rotten to the Core is probably one of the most famous songs off this album. I really liked Hammerhead, Overkill, Sonic Reducer. That was really like hardcore punk kind of sounding. I really like that one. Yeah, really solid album. And then the Fuck You and Then Some was mostly live stuff, but then it also features the original Overkill EP at the end, which is pretty cool. You know, slightly different versions of Overkill and Rotten to the Core, and a couple of extra tracks, Fatal If Swallowed and The Answer. To be honest, I wasn't really too much into those songs because I just felt they were just not quite my thing. But yeah, really cool collection piece to have of the early Overkill stuff. And the last 2 things that I picked up are more in the death metal vein. And the first one is an album that I've been after for quite a few years now, and it came down in price a little bit, so I just grabbed it. And that's Skeletal Remains, The Entombment of Chaos, their 4th album from 2020. This was actually my introduction to this band. James Mr. Boulder recommended this to me, and I absolutely love it. You know, this was actually one of the first death metal albums that I ever listened to as well, back when I was starting to get into it a bit more. And you know, I've wanted it ever since, really, and finally been able to pick it up. And yeah, I love this album. It's, you know, really, really heavy. Some brilliant guitar playing. I love the songs Elusive Divinity, Congregation of Flesh, Tombs of Chaos, Dissect to See, Eternal Hatred, yeah, Unfurling the Casket. All absolutely top quality death metal in that kind of Morbid Angel death vein, as the hype sticker says. And yeah, I've been wanting to pick up more and check out more by this band. They've got a new one out, Fragments of the Ageless, and I haven't listened to that one yet, but I can't wait to check it out at some point. Because yeah, this album, absolutely brilliant album. And lastly, this is a grail that I've been after for so long, and it is so difficult to get a hold of. And I saw it on Amazon and it had gone down in price, and I was like, I have to get it. But as soon as I put it in and went to order, it had gone out of stock. It was, you know, it was gone like that, you know. And I thought, damn, I've missed out. But then about a month or so later, I got an email to say that it was back in stock and they were going to send me one. So here it is. Ta-da! I'm absolutely made up to have this finally in my collection. Death Symbolic, their 6th album, the only one on Roadrunner, the only one that will probably never get reissued properly. And yeah, this is one of my favourite death albums. I love how progressive and melodic and technical it is. And for me, this is the last great death album, because Sound of Perseverance is, you know, it's not the best in my opinion. It's not what I want death to be like, basically. But yeah, this is a fantastic album. Absolute genius on this album. Actually, Symbolic was one of the first death songs that I actually ever heard, and thought it was brilliant when I first heard it. Love that one. Zero Tolerance, really good as well. 1,000 Eyes, really like that one. Crystal Mountains, really cool. Perennial Quest is quite an interesting song. I really love how that song kind of progresses through, goes through many different peaks and troughs. But yeah, absolutely made up to finally have this album. And now I'm only missing Sound of Perseverance and Individual Thought Patterns, which is awesome. So that was my latest CD update. I'd love to know what you thought of any of the stuff that I got, or any of the stuff that Simon sent me. Thanks, Simon, I really appreciate. 3 out of the 4. Yeah, that American Head Charge I'll pass on if I can to anybody. Yeah, just before we finish the video, I wanted to say that this will be my final video in this format for probably the next 2 months or so. Partly because of the summer and it's getting hotter and I won't be able to do many videos like this. But also the road works that are literally right outside, well, over the road. Last week they were doing the other side of the road, and then this week they're going to be coming in to do our side of the road, and that is just going to make it impossible to do anything. I've actually got lucky today when I'm filming, because it's actually fairly quiet out there. They're not really doing much out there, so I thought I'd just quickly do this video if I can. Yeah, that's gonna hold up any kind of videos that I ever wanted to do really over the next couple of months, because it's just going to be too busy, too noisy and stuff. However, I will be doing more live streams over August. We're going to be doing a Keep It Metal one on the 3rd, and then on the 10th we're going to be doing a Trivium ranking with Trevor and Ryan. That's going to be really, really cool. I might do a couple of guitar covers if if the weather's not too hot and I'm feeling like it. So yeah, I'm going to be looking to do more live streams. So I won't be completely vanishing for a couple of months. I'll probably just be doing more live streams, because that'll just be easier for me to do those videos rather than these kind of videos. So yeah, I've rambled on enough. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks ever so much for watching, and until the next time, keep it metal.